Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, September 10th, 2024. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The following is an advisory from the St. Kitts Met Office and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. Residents are urged to closely monitor the progress of an area of disturbance as it approaches our area by the upcoming weekend. The St. Kitts Met Office and the NEMA are closely monitoring the progress of Investor 92L in the Central Atlantic Ocean. The U.S. National Hurricane Center is giving the weather system a moderate chance of developing in the next 2 to 7 days. Nevis Keyana Warner was welcomed home on Monday, September 9th to the exciting cheers of her classmates, the principal and the teachers of the Charlestown Secondary School. On Thursday, September 5th, Keyana Warner won the Caribbean Tourism Organization's CTO Tourism Youth Congress in the Cayman Islands, becoming the third student from Nevis to earn the title of Regional Youth Junior Minister of Tourism.
We are truly delighted today to be gathered here at the Charleston waterfront to bid a very warm welcome back to our Tourism Junior Minister, who has just returned from the Cayman Islands, where she very proudly and excellently represented Nevis at the 2024 Tourism Youth Congress. And by now, all of us should know that Miss Warner, she plays as a regional champion. And we are really delighted and truly proud of her.
John Hanley, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Judith Liebert, Island Manager of Tropical Shipping, the competition's sponsor, and Zanella Claxton, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, also expressed their congratulations.
We were at our computers watching and supporting and cheering. We were enthralled with all that you did. And when you were finished, I said, okay, she's got it. Before anybody else could come on and before the second round, after the first round, I said, you've got it. And so on behalf of all of us and all of the persons who worked with you within the education and tourism, we want to commend you and congratulate you for a job well done. We are proud of you, and we know that you have so much more in store, and we look forward to all of the great things that are to come. Congratulations again.
Keyana Warner won the round-the-table-styled competition from a field of 13 participants from across the region.
It's an honor to have this title, and I'm thankful for it. I want to thank my team, and we all did a great job, and we did it. Thank you.
Keyana Warner follows in the footsteps of Neela Jones, who won the CTO Tourism Youth Congress in 2013, and Roger Williams, who won in 2014. A bill entitled the Nevis Diversity and Inclusion in Education Bill was the focus of the debate during a recent mock sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly. Participating in the sitting were 14 youth parliamentarians, including Junice Eaton, President, Kelena Laville, Clerk, and Brianna Farrell, Sergeant-at-Arms. The government side was comprised of Kosani Hanley, Minister of Social Development, Talia Phillip, Minister of Finance, Angelina Kalidas, Minister of Youth, Shanil Nisbet, Minister of Gender Affairs, Jazara Ross, Minister of Social Empowerment, and Derice Stanley, Premier and Minister of Education.
Madam President, this bill allows for both teachers and students to become educated on diversity and to become inclusive with those who are deemed different. The bill outlines in Section 3B the steps towards achievement, as training and professional development for faculty and staff will be implemented. It is through these programs that cultural competencies, diversity awareness, and inclusive teaching practices will be taught. Through these programs, teachers will gain the skills required to properly assist and protect their students. No longer will there be incidences of insensitivity or biases towards students or staff due to these differences. Educational institutions will become a safe space for all. Madam President, every citizen, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic background, religion, or ability deserve protection and care whilst being educated. They deserve to feel safe whilst receiving their human right to education. There is no one look to being Nevisian, and as such, everyone deserves to be included equally and to have that inclusion protected by law. Thus, as Premier and Minister of Education, I wish this bill, the Nevis Diversity and Inclusion in Education Bill of 2024, a speedy and safe passage through this Honourable House. Thank you, and may it please you, Madam President.
The opposition was comprised of Micah Maynard, Shadow Minister of Social Development, Nichelle Otley, Shadow Minister of Finance, Kenayo Challenger, Shadow Minister of Youth, Aija Liebert, Shadow Minister of Gender Affairs, and Steve Walters Jr., Shadow Minister of Education.
When we look at Section 4A, it is asking us, and I quote, to incorporate diverse perspectives and histories into the curriculum to reflect the experiences of all students, end quote. Madam President, we are teaching a syllabus that is designed to saturate the brain of our students. Every year, teachers are rushing to complete with hardly enough time for concepts to sink in. And now we want to revise this curriculum to add more content. Madam President, there are many ways to skin a cat. This government wishes to promote diversity and inclusion. Then why not start in our communities and in our workplace? Implementing policies there would guard against discrimination and promote more unified communities. This is a more effective proposal because now diverse perspectives and histories would not be seen as something that students would have to learn, but they can see it as something that they can fully and freely accept within the community. I just want to make it clear that I would love to see the practice of having and ensuring that all individuals feel respected, valued, and supported within our institution. But things should be done properly. So I will leave us with few questions to ponder. Question 1, are we really ready to invite the value systems and belief of the world into our community? And number 2, are we really going down the road to force schools to teach moral issues? This is a slippery slope, and I would like to warn the government side to take it easy. May it please you, Madam President.
The mock sitting was assessed by a panel of judges: Shamika Meloni, a former clerk of the Nevis Island Assembly, Mario Phillip of the Department of Gender Affairs, and Kyle Weeks, certified IT professional. The August 29th mock sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly Youth Parliament can be viewed in its entirety by the Nevis Newscast YouTube channel. Still to come, Elevate program makes donation to Nevis Prison Farm. The details after this break.
The birthplace of Alexander Hamilton, my little 36 square mile island, is the home of the Bath Hotel, which is the first built hotel in the Caribbean. Don't forget to take a dip in the therapeutic Bath Springs. Take a few minutes to trot down to the ever-famous Sunshine's Bar and drink a world-renowned Killer Bee. Live Nevis naturally by exploring the magnificent waterfalls and hiking to the top of our 32 Nevis Peak. Our lush vegetation and landscape deems a visit here the perfect escape. Nevis, Queen of the Caribbean.
Welcome back. As part of its ongoing collaboration with His Majesty's Prison, the Elevate program on Monday, September 9th, donated a 55-inch Samsung television to the Nevis Prison Farm. The presentation was made by Permanent Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office, Naima Hazel. Accepting on behalf of the prison was Acting Commissioner of Corrections, Ray Brown. He was supported by Prison Matron Louis Smith and Rehabilitation Officer Virgil Hodge. The television is expected to be used for both educational and entertainment purposes in the programmatic development of the prison residents. The Elevate program remains committed to its continued engagement in the efforts of Her Majesty's Prison to improve the facility's conditions and towards the rehabilitation and reintegration of the prison populations. The following is a notice from the Nevis Water Department regarding the disconnection of services for delinquent customers. The Nevis Water Department informs its customers that disconnection for delinquent customers will take place from Tuesday, September 17th to Friday, September 27th, 2024. To avoid disruption of service, customers are asked to visit the Nevis Water Department's main office in the Solomon Arcade to clear all outstanding balances by Friday, September 13th, 2024. A reconnection fee of $150 will be charged to all disconnected accounts. All arrears and the reconnection charge must be settled before your services can be reconnected. A fee of $1,800 will be applied to your account if the meter is tampered with. If damaged, an amount of $2,300 will be applied to your account. For more information, contact the Nevis Water Department at 469-5979 or 469-5521, extension 5181. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes.